It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Lions and the Commanders next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us a dozen miles east of the National Mall at the home of the Commanders here in Landover, Maryland. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild, first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you say, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is.
The punter, Jack Fox, handling the kickoffs. And off we go from just outside our nation's capital. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. And he'll have a Commander's first down as the tackle's made at the 35-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Now he takes off. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. On play action, Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. It's Aiden Hutchinson, former number 2 overall pick, in there to bring him down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And for the moment, that's a 1st down, but we do have a marker down. Let's see if this one will hold up. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Daniels will slide to a stop. Wise move as a young quarterback. That's how you stay around and become a vet. He picked up the 1st down. Give him 16 there and a 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself.
And he will score. Jayden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
The extra point is good, and the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Williams now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Get a pause here. We have an injury, and it is the tight end, Sam Laporta, a player they cannot afford to lose. Goff going to open up with a throw. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. And he'll keep the drive moving. He's got the first down up to the 45. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Atwell sent in motion here. Throwing on 2nd down, Goff. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On 2nd down, Goff. Into the hands of Brock Wright. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Here's Goff. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
His kick is good. And the Lions are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Brian Branch in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Still 2nd down.
The motion man here is McLaurin. Crazy. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Washington first down. First and 10.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
On the handoff, here's Robinson running right. Yeah!
Holding, offense.
That's on the veteran, Deion Dawkins. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's Leary. That's to the tight end, Hurst.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. On fourth down, Daniel Whelan is on to punt. Hunter Renfrow deep to return. This will be returnable from his own 15. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. Throwing, Goff. Open man, that's Renfrow. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll run with Montgomery. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. To throw is Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll begin with first and 10. He finds Jahan Dotson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Set to go now on first and 10. On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
At the 44-yard line, a 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
They'll go again with Robinson. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
And he'll spin out of the tackle. Winds up getting about 6 yards. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll take this to about the 38-yard line. Levante David doing his work on defense. Here's 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing is Leary. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. To throw, here's Leary. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them. They run. Eckler. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
Out of the gun, they give it to Eckler. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. 2nd and 7. To the air is Leary. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
To throw, it's Leary. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. Now Dan Quinn will send out the field goal unit. This a 48-yard attempt. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Commanders go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Goff to throw on 1st down. This one taken in by Renfro. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 36-yard line.
We are through 1. It's the Commanders with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, Goff. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
So that guy in the slot, Mike, yes, he has to have great reaction times. Yes, he has to have great quickness and speed. But because he's typically facing the shiftiest and highest targeted player on the opposing offense, he has to have great instincts. That's what we saw there. His reaction time and his anticipation allowed him to jump that route, get his hands on it, and snatch one of those targets away.
The Commanders' offense ready to get back to work. Leary to throw. That one caught by Donovan Peoples-Jones. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
the 41-yard line.
Now Leary. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 20. Good for a Commanders first down.
10 at the 21-yard line.
He'll give it to Eckler on the option. He's to the 10. And he's going to be taken down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
They'll try zone read on 1st and goal. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
He'll look to throw. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. The Commanders going to send out their field goal unit. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders add on to their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Lions offense getting set to get back to work. They're in a 10-point hold, 13-3, as this drive starts with 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Goff. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down. Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Deron Payne there for the stop. 2nd down and 8. Goff to throw. That's caught. It's Mitchell. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
One of the tight ends in motion right. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That one taken in by Mitchell.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely, and results in a completion.
Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Dan Campbell will opt to bring out the field goal unit. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions are able to get it back within a score.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Commanders' offense ready for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3.
Second and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Now, a handoff to Eckler. He'll manage only a couple. Levante David doing his work on defense. Now, a 3rd and 2. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On the give to Eckler. Strong. That's powerful running. Lowers the shoulder and picks up 4. 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Leary. Quick throw, taken in. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Looked like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. They'll run, it's Eckler, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells. So they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. And this is the blueprint, Mike, the ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with...
And he will get into the end zone. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Washington. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Catch is made by Wright. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Open man, that's Renfro.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
He's going to pick up the first down and more. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. It is a big play there for the Lions. 42 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Lions first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield.
That one, taken in. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Leary. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Leary. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To the air is Leary. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. Goff to throw on 1st down. In trouble, and down he goes.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. On 2nd down, Goff. He's got his tight end downfield. It's right. This has been bizarre. From 2nd and a mile, a huge gain, but still short of a first down. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Throwing right, it's taken in. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. From the gun, it's Goff. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's...
That's going to be intercepted. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception, and now Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick 6.
And Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it his 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the Commanders add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. He is met and dropped. Good defense, loss of a couple on that play. So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top as we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. Devin Singletary, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Nick Chubb, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Lions offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Atwell sent in motion here. On 1st down, it's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On the handoff, it's Montgomery. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Lions, 1st down.
Goff to throw. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. One of the tight ends motions right. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. On 1st and 10, it's Montgomery. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. One more time for Montgomery. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's the Lions punt team now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Commanders' offense ready for their first possession of this 2nd half. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. They'll run to begin the drive with Eckler. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Again, it's Eckler. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for the first with Eckler.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
This one is caught by Dotson. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Still second down.
To throw, it's Leary. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Leary to throw. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? That'll march them back half the distance, and they'll go from there. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. Throwing here is Goff. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a 1st down. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now, Goff. Open man is the tight end right. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try the right side this time. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. It was Jeremy Chin that time up to make the stop. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? And that is incomplete. Hunter Renfrow was the intended target that time. And that'll set up fourth down. The Lions will punt this ball away. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. Austin Eckler and the rest of the Commanders' offense back out onto the field. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now, faking the give. He'll drop this down for Eckler. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
That's good for a Washington Commanders.
Here's Leary. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Here's a run with Eckler. He's going to have a first down on that gain up to the 25-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Up the sideline to the 40. And they finally get him down. Good gain on the ground, but hold everything. Maybe a reason he got so free. On the handoff, this is Eckler. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Khalil Mack, multiple-time All-Pro there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd down.
They bring Gage in motion. Room to run, past the 30. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. First and 10.
At the 40-yard line.
Now Leary. The open receiver is Dotson. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
He was covered by Brian Branch.
They'll look to throw again. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4.
To throw, here's Leary. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game, but the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field?
The Commanders about to send this one away. as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And that's going to work out just fine. Good kick, well covered, touchdown at the 5. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
And this will be incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
That is DeMarcus Lawrence in there for the sack. On 4th down, out comes the punter, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. And they look to finish it off here in the 4th. This might just wash away what was a subpar performance a week ago. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
To the air is Leary. And that is incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. This one taken in by Renfro.
Goff's pass complete to Hunter Renfro. 10 yards on the pickup.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And less than a yard.
They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. And I don't know, I think he is short. They are. They're going to mark him short, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. First down and more, past the 35. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And they're getting closer to a 2nd win on the season. All they got to do is hold on here, and a good drive right now would help. They'll start at 1st and 10. Now he's free to midfield. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing is Leary. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
And the Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Eckler. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 3rd down, here is Eckler. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Commanders will extend their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Atwell sent in motion here. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. There's that man again. Another catch. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down. From the gun, it's Goff. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Goff. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Goff to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They run. Eckler. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They run it once more with Eckler. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Commanders come up with it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
The Commanders up. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, give to Edwards. And just a short gain there, down to the 38. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They run this straight ahead with Eckler. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll go back to Eckler here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Dotson, the man in motion. On 2nd down, it's Eckler. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, it'll go down as a loss of 2.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Now, a handoff to Eckler. This isn't going to work out much better either. Stop right at the line of scrimmage this time. No gain, tough sequence, and that brings up 4th down.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Commanders add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense. And it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
The Lions called their first timeout, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing here is Goff. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Commanders. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the 2nd half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders are winners as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.